November 8th, 2:23 a.m. I was standing in my kitchen in Austin, barefoot, drinking cold coffee from a mug that said "World's Okayest Coder." The mug was a gift from my wife. She thought it was funny. I thought it was accurate. My phone was buzzing. Discord, Telegram, Twitter, all saying the same thing. Vortex is drained. Check the wallet. I opened my laptop, logged into the Treasury multi-sig. Balance, $127.43. 5 minutes earlier, that wallet held $6,412,897. I remember the exact number because I had checked it at 2:17 a.m. right before I went to make coffee. I was planning to move $500,000 to a cold wallet the next morning. I never made it. I didn't scream, didn't cry, didn't punch the wall. I just sat down on the kitchen floor. The tile was cold. My dog, a corgi named Pixel, came over and licked my hand. I didn't pet her. I couldn't move. My wife, Jenna, was asleep upstairs. She had to be up at 6:30 for her nursing shift. I didn't wake her. I sat on that floor for 3 hours. Pixel stayed with me the whole time. At 5:45 a.m., Jenna came down. She saw me on the floor. She saw my face. She knew. She said, "How much?" I said, "All of it." She said, "The treasury?" I said, "In my personal wallet." She said the seed phrase. I said, "Same one. Google document." I know. I'm an idiot. She didn't yell. She didn't cry. She just went back upstairs. She didn't come down for 2 days. When she finally did, she said, "I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. That was worse. I'm Marcus. I was 34 years old. Software engineer. $140,000 a year at a mid-sized tech company in Austin. I had a 401k, a mortgage, a dog, a wife, and a side hobby that turned into an obsession. I got into Bitcoin in 2017. My buddy Derek, same Derek who would later become my co-founder, told me to buy. I put $5,000 into Bitcoin at $4,800 each. Bought 1.04 coins. Sold at $17,200. Made $17,888. Not life-changing, but woke me up. I started reading white papers, following CT, crypto Twitter, joined Discord servers, learn about DeFi, yield farming, liquidity pools, impermanent loss, slippage, gas fees. I was terrible at first. Lost $12,000 on a shitcoin called Moon Panda. Made $40,000 on a different shitcoin called Safe Elon. It was gambling. I told myself it was research. By 2020, I had turned my original $5,000 into $680,000. I was good, or lucky. I still don't know. I quit my job in April 2021. My boss, a man named Gary who wore the same blue tie every Tuesday, asked if I was sure. I said, "I'm making history." I was making neither. Derek and I decided to build our own DEX, a decentralized exchange. We called it Vortex Swap. I coded the smart contract. Derek handled marketing and fundraising. We worked 80-hour weeks. I gained 30 pounds. Derek lost 20. We were both unhealthy. We were both convinced we were going to be millionaires. The smart contract took 7 months. I wrote 12,000 lines of Solidity. I tested it on testnets. I paid auditors $45,000 to review the code. They found 14 bugs. I fixed 13. The 14th was a reentrancy vulnerability. I thought I fixed it. I didn't. We raised money through an IDO, initial DX offering. We sold 40 million Vortex tokens at $0.205 each. Raised $8,200,000 in 47 minutes. I watched the raise from my laptop at a coffee shop called Brew and Code. I was drinking a $6 latte. I didn't finish it. The money went into a multi-sig wallet. 3 keys. I held 2. Derek held 1. The idea was that no single person could move funds without at least 2 approvals. That was the idea. The token launched on a major exchange on October 15th. Price opened at $0.205. Within 4 hours, it hit $1.12. My personal allocation, 3.4 million tokens, was worth $3,808,000 on paper. I didn't sell. I wanted to wait for $5. I bought a Tesla Model S Plaid. $129,990. I paid cash. The delivery guy asked if I wanted to test drive it first. I said no. He blinked. I drove it home. I didn't know how to use half the features. I bought a house in Austin. $1,425,000. For bedrooms, a pool, a 3-car garage. I put 20% down. The mortgage was $6,200 a month. I didn't care. I was going to be worth $20 million by Christmas. I bought Jenna a Patek Philippe watch. $37,000. She asked if I was serious. I said, "You deserve it." She said, "We could have put that toward the mortgage." I said, "We have plenty." That was a lie. I also bought a Rolex for myself. $24,000. A Submariner. I wore it to a crypto conference in Miami. 3 people asked if it was real. I said yes. One of them asked to see the serial number. I walked away. Then I got sloppy. I was managing the treasury and my personal wallet from the same laptop. Same browser. Same extensions. Same everything. I saved the seed phrase for both wallets in a Google document. I named the doc Vortex Keys, Do Not Delete. I shared it with Derek. I also shared it with my personal email, and my work email, and my old college email. I was a security nightmare. On November 8th, at 2:17 a.m., someone accessed that doc. I don't know how. Maybe malware. Maybe a keylogger. Maybe someone guessed my Google password. My password was Vortex 2021. I'm not making that up. At 2:19 a.m., the first transfer hit. 412,000 USDC from the treasury. I didn't see the notification. I was in the kitchen making coffee. At 2:21 a.m., a second transfer. 1,240,000 USDC. My phone buzzed. I ignored it. I thought it was a Discord ping. At 2:23 a.m., I walked back to my laptop. Opened the treasury. Balance, $127.43. I refreshed. Still $127.43. I checked the transaction history. 6 transfers in 4 minutes. Total, $6,412,897 gone. Then I checked my personal wallet. $1,800,000. Gone. Same seed phrase. Same vulnerability. Total loss in 6 minutes. $8,212,897. I sat on the kitchen floor. Pixel licked my hand. I didn't pet her. I stared at the wall. The wall was beige. I never noticed before. I noticed for 3 hours. Jenna came down at 5:45 a.m. She was wearing her nursing scrubs. Blue. She had her hair in a bun. She asked what was wrong. I told her. She didn't say anything. She walked back upstairs. I heard the bedroom door close. I heard her cry. Not loud. Quiet. The kind of crying that means something inside her broke. I didn't follow her. I couldn't. The lawsuits started within a week. A law firm in New York filed a class action on November 12th. Then a firm in Delaware on November 14th. Then one in California on November 16th. For lawsuits total, plaintiffs claimed gross negligence and fraudulent misrepresentation. The fraud claim was bullshit. The negligence claim was accurate. I hired a lawyer. Her name was Carolyn. She charged $1,800 an hour. I paid a $150,000 retainer. That money came from selling the Tesla. I sold it to a guy named Brad who ran a car dealership in Dallas. He gave me $89,000. I lost $40,990 in 23 days. I sold a house. Listed it for $1,450,000. Got an offer for $1,295,000. I took it. Lost $130,000. Paid off the mortgage. Put $600,000 toward legal fees. Put $400,000 into a settlement fund for investors. The rest went to taxes and moving costs. I sold a Patek Philippe. Got $22,000. Sold a Rolex. Got $14,000. Sold my wife's engagement ring. She gave it back. I got $11,000. I don't wear a ring anymore. Neither does she. I moved into a 2-bedroom apartment in a complex called The Residences at Stone Hill. $1,850 a month. The name is fancier than the place. The walls are thin. My neighbor practices drums at 11 p.m. The guy above me has a dog that barks at nothing. I don't complain. I deserve it. Jenna filed for divorce in February. She got the dog. She got the furniture. She got the watch money. She got the car we bought together, a 2020 Honda CR-V. I got the laptop and a box of cables. I also got the Mazda CX-5 I bought with the last of my cash. 2018, 72,000 miles. The AC doesn't work. In Austin, in August, it's 104 degrees. I drive with the windows down. I pretend I like it. I don't blame Jenna. I would have left me too. She's a nurse. She saves lives. I lost $8 million. We were not the same. I work as a freelance developer now. $95 an hour. I make about $110,000 a year. I send $3,200 a month to the court for the settlement. I have $23,000 in savings. I live on $4,000 a month. Rent, food, gas, therapy. I see a therapist twice a month. $220 per session. Her name is Dr. Patricia. She has a calming voice. She tells me I'm not a bad person. I tell her she doesn't know me. Derek, my co-founder, testified against me in one of the lawsuits. He said I ignored security protocols and acted alone in managing the keys. He's not wrong. He also kept his personal allocation, 800,000 tokens worth about $900,000 at the time of the hack. He had moved them to a cold wallet a week before. He claims it was coincidence. I don't believe him, but I can't prove anything. He lives in Miami now. He posts pictures on Instagram. Boats, restaurants, a new girlfriend. I don't look anymore. I still code. It's the only thing I'm good at. I'm building a new app, a weather app. No crypto, no blockchain, no smart contracts, no seed phrases, just temperature and rain forecasts. It makes $400 a month from ads. I'm proud of it. That's pathetic. I know. The worst part isn't the money. It's the comments. On Reddit, they call me Rug Pull Marcus. On Twitter, they say I was in on it, that I faked the hack, that I'm living on a beach in Costa Rica with $8 million. I'm not. I'm in Austin. It's August, 104 degrees. My AC is broken in the Mazda. I'm driving to a freelance gig at a startup that pays net 60. I haven't taken a vacation in 2 years. My last vacation was a weekend in San Antonio. I stayed at a Hampton Inn. I ate at a Chili's. I don't tell people that. I owe $1,200,000 more to investors. I'll pay it off in 11 years if nothing goes wrong. Something will go wrong. Something always goes wrong. But I'm still here, still coding, still paying, still showing up. The other day, I found an old screenshot on my phone. It was from November 7th, the day before the hack. A screenshot of the Treasury wallet. $6,412,897. I stared at it for a long time. Then I deleted it. I don't need to remember the money. I need to remember the floor, the cold tile, the coffee mug, Pixel's tongue on my hand, the sound of Jenna crying upstairs. That's what I lost. Not $8 million. Trust, security, a wife, a dog, a future. The money was just the excuse. I'm 38 now. I have a Mazda with broken AC, a laptop from 2021, a corgi that lives with my ex-wife, a therapist who believes in me more than I believe in myself. I don't know if I'll ever pay off the debt. I don't know if I'll ever code anything important again. I don't know if I'll ever stop being Rug Pull Marcus. But I know one thing. I'm still here. And that's not nothing.